this is Diane with another lesson in our Blondes Prefer Gentlemen series. Isn't this fun? Thank you so much for joining me. I want to talk about linens today. If you have to ask what linens are, maybe you're not really familiar with how they can bless your life, but a true gentleman understands the amazing feeling of quality linens where he sleeps and where he bathes. I have known people who sleep like on top of their beds, and it is so gross. It is just very, very ungentlemanly. Remember, being a gentleman is all about being refined and understanding and appreciating the finer things in life. And it doesn't have to always cost more money, but trust me, your bed, your full on, your set, your the headboard, your pillows, all of those things make a difference. Now, if you seek a queen, what does a queen seek? She seeks a king. So if she's a princess and you're a prince or whatever, one of the great signs of royalty is having a royal bedchamber. And so how you sleep says a lot about how you feel about yourself, and also your personal acceptance that you understand who you are as royalty. So your pillows, obviously they don't have to have lace on them or whatever, but your sheets should be luscious, wonderful, just very luxurious. A lot of times they talk about Egyptian cotton, and the higher the thread count, if you don't know what that means, it means for every little square inch how many threads they can fit in there. And so the higher the thread count, the more luxurious the feel, the softer it is. And so, being mindful of where you sleep is important, and also how often you wash your sheets. I have seen people who never use a top sheet. They sleep on top of their comforter, and if you've ever had a Kirby vacuum salesperson come, it is really gross what's all over your bed. But I did a little bit of asking around, and I did some research, and it's recommended that you should wash your bed linens at least once a week. And if you sweat a lot or whatever, maybe changing your pillowcases every night, every other night, or whatever that's appropriate, because your hair, we don't sleep with those little nightcaps like they used to. But you have a lot of oils in your hair and your head and stuff. So, when you sleep, you want it to be a wonderful, comforting, luscious feeling, don't you? And it will really, help you have a better sleeping experience. Also, about the towels that you use to dry yourself off with. Make sure they're not all ratty. Make sure they're nice and also luxurious feeling. You are a king, or a king in training, and that means that you appreciate a good set of linens in your bedroom and also in your bathroom. These are the things that are next to your skin. Make sure that you have nice ones, have ones that are large enough to cover you. If you don't, women usually have one or two, one for their hair, one for their body. But, don't skimp on these things. These are the things, if you're ever going to splurge, you do it on your linens. A nice pillow, a nice down pillow, if you're not allergic to down, is also what I recommend. It makes a difference in how you sleep. On my bed, I have a beautiful feather bed that's underneath me. I'm surrounded by pillows, and until I have a person next to me and I sleep alone, I sleep beautifully, I sleep comfortably. And so that is my lesson about this little segment on linens in my Blondes Prefer Gentlemen series. I do hope you found that helpful, and if you haven't done this before, allow yourself to receive this wonderful treat of luxury. So thank you for watching. I'm Diane.